All right, so real quick, I just want to give a big thanks to the UPS driver that dropped this box off at my house. His name is Mike. If you're watching this video, thank you very much for dropping it off a lot earlier than normal. Yeah, I know they're very busy, so thank you very much, Mike. All right, guys, so another unboxing is here today, and I think I have about 14 fish, some from Indonesia, some from Thailand. All right, so as you can see here, we passed the Department of Ag. I am from Hawaii. So if you're in Hawaii, you do need an import permit, even if the fish is within the United States. So as you can see, I use Tucky. I've always used Tucky. I'm never going to stop using Tucky until she tells me to stop using Tucky. And the reason why is because she knows what she's doing. She also sells her own fish, and I'll link that in the description below too. She's a great transshipper. There's no need for me to look into any other transshippers. I'm not saying other transshippers are bad. I'm just saying I use Tucky because I like her. I like her professionalism. I like what she does. I like how she packs. And as I open this box, you can see, obviously, how awesome this packing is. I also believe that I fixed the focus on this camera. So we'll see and test that. All right, so as soon as I take off the insulation, which by the way is pretty expensive to bring into Hawaii, so I'll probably save that. But for what she charges is fairly inexpensive. And then here we go. So this is from Thailand. As you can see, it's all packaged very nice. Let me lift this up here and kind of show it to you. Everything's like this. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully the focus is not getting all crazy. I'm standing up so the focus doesn't go on my face. And then we have newspaper. This is a heater. Because in California right now, where Tucky is, I believe it's like 40 degrees, so she puts a heater in. Hawaii right now is super hot. I'm sweating right now. So there's a difference in temperature, but we need to make sure that the fish isn't too cold, in which case it'll die. So these fishes are from JBG. JBG, hopefully the focus works this time. And JBG is the transshipper in Indonesia. So when you buy a fish from Indonesia, the Indonesia seller will send the fish to the Indonesia transshipper. The Indonesia transshipper will then send the fish to Tucky, which is in the United States, because she has the federal import license. So we have, well, what did I say earlier? 12 or something? Now we have 14. Okay, so now we have more here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fish here. They all look pretty alive. So that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to show you this package. Everything's packaged very nice, okay? And this is the kind of packing you're going to expect from sellers like this. And this is the kind of packing you're going to expect also from Tucky. All right, so we have fish here, and I believe these fish are from Thailand. As you can see, these bettas look great, and again, nicely packaged. I don't know if Tucky did this or the seller did, but I'm gonna guess maybe it was Tucky or a combination of the two. But as you can see, everything's nice, nothing's scattered around. We got another heat pack here. I believe I ordered some guppies, but I guess she's gonna ship me those guppies the next time. Okay, so first we have from Indonesia. This was the nicely sealed bag that we had. This is the JBG. This is from Indonesia, right? And they're all warm. I feel it. Warm to the touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So which one should we open first? I want to open these guys first from Thailand. It's like a birthday, Christmas. I don't know what it is. It's pretty cool. I'm always so excited to open these things because I have no idea what I ordered. Sometimes I forget on purpose, just so that it's more of a surprise to me. And it's more fun that way, I think. Okay, first up is, looks like a regular half moon koi betta. Ooh, dragon style. All right. Yeah, that's focusing. Okay, cool. Actually, I'm just gonna open it now. Why wait? These guys are stressed out. Let's get them some real oxygen. Okay, as always, when I open the bag, again, because the bag is so stiff, it has a lot of air in it. These guys, they don't mess around with that kind of stuff. So when you cut it with a scissors, sometimes the air escapes so fast, the dirty water flies in your face. And really, Thailand, Indonesia, I don't know how good their water is. Plus two, the fish has created a lot of ammonia, so sometimes you get a really bad smell. But let's just cut it open as slowly as possible. Now, as you can see, there's hardly any water in here. So you're hardly going to have any water in this container. So when you put it in, they're hardly going to have any water at all to swim in. So just like that, as you can see. All right, so as you can see, if I lay him flat like this, he has almost no water to swim in. He'll be fine though. Bettas breed oxygen with their labyrinth organ, so he'll be fine temporarily. So after I release everybody into these containers, what I normally do is I fill it up to this line over here, which is not much at all, because drip acclimation is not going to be fast enough. And then I'm going to de-ammonia it, or bind the ammonia to turn into ammonium, or whatever you call it, so that the ammonia doesn't kill the fish. All right, so what I have here is aged water that's basically aged for about 3 days. And I'm just going to put a little bit inside, just so he has a little bit more room to swim, so he's not all panicking and stuff like he is now. I don't want to put too much water to shock him for 2 reasons: temperature and pH. All right, this gold bag, I don't know what's in it, but let's see. As you can see, sometimes you wrap it in gold wrapping so that they don't panic. Every time I cut the bag, I'm always afraid I'm going to cut the fish in half. Hopefully that never happens. That's never happened yet, but hopefully that never does. So I just put the container over like this, make sure it's all the way in, and then I slowly dump him out. Easy peasy. So here's something interesting. There's a termite in there. I don't know if the termite was already in that container, but it's in that container now. And if he's hungry, he'll have some food. I use the same water that comes in the bag so that everything else is the same. I don't want to shock these guys too much. Bettas are strong, but you know, when they've been genetically, you know, I guess modified so many times, they're actually just as weak as a guppy, and they can be very fragile. And it really depends on your breeder. All right, so this is another half moon. Oh, this one is beautiful. I don't know if you can see it. I'm only showing it to you because I want you to see how well these guys wrap their fish. All right, so these are all from Thailand. All right, next bad boy. So another nice half moon. That's how well it's wrapped. Wrapped pretty good. Cut this away from your face. Now, if I had a choice, I would definitely drip acclimate these guys, but I got so many. Okay, we have another. This looks like a female. Again, we're just gonna cut it. Ooh. Now, I don't know if you caught that, but you can see it on my scissors. It's wet, and that's because the water just shot out. So if you were cutting it like this, like a normal person would, that would have gone in your mouth, and you would have had a Thailand-based Betta water cocktail. All right, so that one is swimming and looks pretty happy. And we have another male half moon. And as you can see, it's actually pretty dirty in here. Depending on the seller, some will actually fast the fish for multiple days, and some will do it just for a day. It really depends. And they do that because when the fishes poop, they create ammonia, and that's what kills the fish. So if you fast the fish, they won't poop as much, and so therefore not too much ammonia. So they had a heat pack in there. The UPS driver had a pretty warm truck, so I can feel it with my hand that the temperature is actually different. So right now all these fish are going into small kind shock, but it's okay for now. Okay, we got another half moon bad boy. So many containers. I might not have enough. Hopefully I do. So in cases like this, I'm using the same water, which means the ammonia that they've created while traveling is also in the water. So I'm diluting the ammonia, one, by adding about 25% more water, but that's not gonna do anything. It really depends on how much ammonia is in there. So this is another half moon. It's alive. Alive is good. Let's cut this guy open. Let's see what we got. Wrapping is the same. I don't think you need to always see this. You know, he might have some ammonia poisoning. It's okay. We can fix that. Okay, this is from the same seller, so I'm not gonna show you the packaging. I'm just gonna show you the fish. This video is gonna be way too long. Ugh. Just gotta be careful not to cut the fish in half. Hopefully it focuses. He's a pretty one. It's hard to tell with these bags. Again, stay to the end of the video if you want to see more of these fish. If they survive acclimation and medication, I'm going to post these on my Instagram and you can see all my fish on Instagram. My Instagram is takeshi.aquatics and the links will be posted in the description below. So let's drop this guy in here. So the Thailand sellers, I have a different way of doing business with Thailand. So I'm not going to have their information posted below. But in here, feel free to fast forward the video. When you buy a fish from Indonesia or from Thailand, you have to record pretty much getting the box from the UPS driver, dropping it here, unboxing it, and then showing that the fish is DOA if there is a DOA. So I'm just going to leave this here and then I can just link them to the video and say, hey, your fish was DOA. So far, so good. All of these are from Thailand and I think we're good. Whenever you buy a Betta or have it shipped in or imported or whatever, whether or not you're in the mainland or in Hawaii, the Bettas are always going to be dull in color because they're stressed out. That's just the way it is. So if you get a Betta and it doesn't look like as spectacular as it did in the picture that you bought it from, don't worry. If you take care of the Betta and you know what you're doing, it'll come back. The colors will come back. Now, these fish are from a good question because I have no idea. All right, so in the first video, if you go back and you look at my first video, unboxing video, there was a DOA female. Just so happened, and it wasn't his fault, but he still replaced it, and that's this female here. Let me just tell you, when you have a seller that's that good, you know, it's hard not to buy from him or her. This one has a lot more water, which is what I like. As you can see, because there's a lot more water, I don't have to really fill this. And that's what you see in good sellers. Good sellers will have a minimum amount of ammonia, and you can't control ammonia or how much the fish wants to poop, but you can, look at that, the water is clean. This one has more water, so I have to dump it that way. This is a female, but you look how clean that water is. That's clean water. All right, so the next one we have is from the same seller. A beautiful, beautiful, what is this, half moon? Oh, it's a double tail half moon. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. One thing to notice, again, I just can't get over it. The water is just so clean. Pretty awesome. Beautiful Dumbo. This is a half moon Dumbo ear. 6 for 6. All clean water. This is from a different seller. This is from Thailand. Look at that. I'm gonna cut this bad boy open. See that? These are from, oh, okay. I've bought from this seller once and I'll post his Instagram down below as well. And this, when I post it in Instagram, look for the description, Indonesia, 2 fish. I got only 2 fish from him. So you'll know who the seller is. Again, I bought from him before and both fish are still alive. One got sick though. And when I fixed him, he got bladder issues. But again, good wrapping. Okay, good wrapping, clear water. And when I find a good seller, whether in Indonesia or Thailand, I normally stick with that seller. When I find another seller, I normally wait and maybe I'll buy just one of their cheaper fish first. And maybe I'll just buy one. But if you can see, water is crystal clear. That's exactly how you want it. Thanks again for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe, and hopefully I see you in the next one. All right.